What's going on, y'all, and welcome on in. The 2022 Awaken update just dropped. The reveal, the entire video just happened, and oh my god, guys, there's so much for us to go over. I'll probably start by showing some of the new hero reveals at the very end in the epilogue, just to get y'all's thoughts. Please let me know in the comments below what you think about all of them, who they might be, who you're most excited for, and then let me know your overall thoughts on just this upcoming content period. But guys, like I mentioned, there's so much to talk about. I'll probably skim over some of the less important stuff, at least in my opinion, and we'll just really hammer home and talk about the major things that I think will really be exciting. But overall, let me know what you guys think about everything. Thank you so much for watching, and let's get started. Okay, boys, real fast, I want to go to the end of the video and let's talk about the epilogue first, just to get it out of the way. I'm gonna start with this instead because I want to hear you guys, your predictions, who you think this and that. Some of it was revealed during the video, which we'll recover, but I'll give you what I found out while watching this, of course. So let's watch the epilogue together real fast. This is Dominial. Could be a skin, could be light Dominial. We already have dark Challenger Dominial, of course. This I think is Pavel, right, boys? Now this looks like we get A through G Euphine skins. I don't know if that means we're gonna be able to get them all, customize them. Customizable skins coming out could be really cool, but it looks like they're trying a lot of skin stuff, which is great. I doubt those are all heroes, right, guys? This one though, boys, 100% confirmed to be Maid Chloe, which be the next World Arena skin. It'll be Chloe, and that's why she's gonna be getting a rerun, which you'll see soon with the Mystic Summon revamp. So get ready to watch that together. Alexa summer skin finally coming, guys. Actually, may not be a skin, could be special to change Alexa. But regardless, looks amazing. And this character, I want to pause right there. This character looks crazy. I don't know if this was in the story, guys. I'm not caught up on the episode 4 story. So those of you that are very big into the lore, that pay attention to everything, let me know if she was revealed yet. Otherwise, gonna be up and coming. Definitely a new character, right? This one I'm not sure. Probably a new character too. But I feel like he could be. Yeah, I think I'm gonna guess he's a new character as well. This one, her name eludes me right now, evades me right now, but she was revealed alongside Para and Arunka. So we already knew she was coming. This confirms that she will be coming sooner than later. Arunka, though, not here. That might mean she's the blonde cat lady. Maybe I'll put a picture on the screen real fast. But yeah, I don't know where she is, but this character will be coming. Looks really good. And this one, boys, I think, my guess, this is going to be the boss of episode 4, unless she was already revealed to be a different character. Let me know if she was. Otherwise, the way that they're about to show this cutscene, guys, check this out. The animation, doesn't that strike you like a boss level animation, as well as possibly it kind of gives you the Bellion vibes from episode 3? Just my guess, but amazing looking character. Big personality. Speaking of big personality, we got Vivian, ML Vivian, and to spoil y'all, because we're going to watch it together, like, because we're going to recover everything, but this is ML Vivian, and she will be the next Mystic unit coming out. Not until, I think, July, though. It's going to be a while, but ML Vivian will be coming. All right, boys, so that's it. Let me know y'all's predictions, most excited for, all that good stuff in the comments below, and then let's go ahead and cycle back and cover all the juicy stuff coming out. All right, y'all, let's go ahead and move back to the beginning. We'll just kind of skim through this fast, otherwise this video is going to be... I could react to all of it, boys, and do like the entire hour. How long was this? 45 minutes? 33 minutes? But we'll try to keep it sort of short, not too long, but there's just so much to talk about, and I'm so excited to share all this with y'all. But in the beginning, we saw, right, guys, they covered the business development, which most of this I'm going to skim over because it's kind of just talking about the direction of the game. They talk about like getting a new web novel, things like that. Really good stuff. But there's one, esportification is what they're calling it. For like the World Cup, but there's one major thing I wanted to show y'all. I might have hovered over it already. It's an event that's coming soon, and that's one I think we definitely need to talk about. Here we go. So the first event we're going to be getting is an event for hunt-focused heroes. It sounds like you're going to be able to use your hunt heroes. They're showing here Sermia, Sigret, and Vivian respectively for the 3 hunts, and we're going to get a lot of free stuff. It looks like those are the gazes from the Holo Trials, I believe. 6 Daydream Joker? I don't know what that means. Daydream Jokers? 6 Daydream Jokers? And then Mola Gora, which they will show here in a second. 100. It says 66 now. They're gonna show 100 Mola Gora. So sorry, to recap, this is a hunt event, and then the second one is called Challenge Mola Gora event. And they said these are gonna be coming pretty soon, so It's going to be divided, so don't worry, my new players, you're going to be able to get this done very easily. Step 1 above rank 25, step 2 above rank 51, and above rank 61. I'm assuming we can all do all these together. But boys, start pushing your rank now if you can. Means just play a lot, progress through the story, get that rank XP. That way, hopefully, y'all can get to rank step 3 and do this step with us as well, because you're gonna get goodies along the way. Crazy stuff, phantasmas, penguins. I don't even know what this box is, but Mola, conquest points, charms. You're gonna get a. This is the bottle to instant 5-star unit. Awesome, awesome, or 6-star, excuse me. Awesome stuff here. And then they reveal at the end, boys, 100 Mola. The 2 events will be introduced in order after the Awaken campaign. Oh, I'm sorry. Not till April. That's still pretty soon, though. Pretty soon, though. All new and experienced alike will be able to complete. Yeah. Okay, so I think let's go ahead and start hovering through again. They're going to revamp the web event, which is always good. Collaborations, they're talking about just like VTubers, fighting game IPs, which I guess we're going to get another fighting game IP, and then anime, so think of like Slime and things like that, ReZero. Or no, I'm sorry, I think they're saying that's what they covered already. Excuse me, boys. Okay. Yeah, let's skip through that, guys, but they're talking about they have other plans for more collabs, which I think we always thought that was a case, but it's good to know that they're confirming it. They're talking about the stuff they did in the past. Here we go, boys, real quick. I said I would skim through this, but we're going to get some dedicated support for different platforms, and I'm hoping they're going to talk about a dedicated Windows 10 PC, a dedicated emulator, sorry, not non-emulator, dedicated PC client, which would be huge. A lot of other games have done it, and it works so much better than running an emulator. But until then, guys, use LT Player. All right, IP business web novel. Let's see here. Yeah, we're going to get a web novel. You're going to be able to talk with what do you call it? VTuber of Angelica and Tamarin on the live streams. That it is what it is. I don't really care too much about that, but I know some of y'all are crazy over it. More songs and things like that. But anyways, guys, that was the business direction. Let's go ahead and move on to the next part, the in-game updates. All right, y'all, let's cover the in-game updates. This is where the bulk of the major reveals, major content coming, major reworks happened, and it's awesome. So let's go ahead and start covering it together. Director Yuna, I believe that's her name. Go ahead. She's going to take us through all the new stuff. So let's check it out. Let's hover through her intro. Moonlight Hero Acquisition Revamp. The first part, boys. All right. So this part I thought was really well done. So we'll watch it real fast. They showed the original heroes, and now they say it's up to 60. And watch, guys. Them actually putting on the screen is crazy. Look at that. We started with like the original 12, I think, or however many was. Now we're at 60 plus. Pirate Flan coming this Thursday, guys. If you want to see me pull live and hopefully Tester, come by the Twitch live stream. Otherwise, I'll have a video for y'all. You know the drill. All right, so she's talking about there's a long rotation in between 5-star. Those of you that want like your Apocalypse, Ravi, or Fallen Cecilia, if you're newer, you know you guys got to wait forever for them to cycle all the way back unless they get the skin on the arena season. You just have to wait so long, so they're saying they're going to try to work to revamp that. So let's see what they do. They're going to show us something else first, though, before they go over that, which is actually the slightly crazier part. The Moonlight Summon Revamp, boys. We've been wanting sort of a Moonlight kind of pity system, because unless you're mega lucky, even my new players, right? Y'all can confirm this. When you do your Galaxy Summons, you get these gold transmits, you turn them into the Galaxy Bookmarks, or you buy Galaxy Bookmarks wherever you get them. We all know a lot of times you just get dud after dud. And it would be nice if it felt a little more rewarding, since those are supposed to be the premium currency. Well, they're going to introduce sort of a pity system. Watch for the Moonlight Summons. Not the Mystics, the Moonlight Galaxy Summons. All right. So after the 30th Moonlight Summon, you can summon a free guaranteed 4 to 5-star hero. Now, I don't know the rates on this, but if we're staying optimistic, boys, and we want to follow the red, green, blue 4 to 5-star hero ticket, that is a 70-30 split. Now, don't take my word for it. They may decide to lower or adjust the rates, but if it is 70-30 or somewhere along that line, that's going to be very, very nice. Think about it like almost 1 in 3, a little less of a chance of getting a Moonlight hero every 30 summons or so, right? So that means after about 100 summons on average, guys, if we follow the same rates, please don't get carried away. They might change up the rates, of course, but if we follow the red, green, blue version, that means like after 100 summons, you're pretty much guaranteed on average, a Moonlight 5, which sounds nice. That was actually my idea. If we were to be, having the Moonlight Pity, That sounds about okay. Very, very good. It's gonna just make things feel a lot better, boys, especially those people that stock up. Doesn't mean you need to stock up a lot of Galaxy bookmarks, but those of you that do, you'll get a lot of guaranteed summons. And then every time you guys just chuck in those summons, even if they go poorly, every 30 or so, it'll happen, guys. Don't worry. I know it seems like these are really rare. You'll get them over time, and you get those guaranteed summons. Very nice. Now, the crazy part is, and sorry to my new players, but this is for the veterans. Users will receive 4 to 5 star Moonlight summon tickets relative to all the Moonlight summons done. So they did this in the past if some of y'all weren't playing since day one, but they will retroactively gift us all the 4 to 5 star Moonlight summon tickets based on how much they'll check all your account history and how much summons you've done to this date. They'll give you the retroactive amount of tickets. So let's say you've summoned 150 times in the past since you've been playing this before the system came out. You'll get 5 guaranteed 4 to 5 star heroes, assuming they keep all this the same, okay? Very crazy. The longer you've been playing, the more you get rewarded. And of course, moving forward, it's just a good system to have, period. So don't get caught up too much, guys, my new players. My veteran players, enjoy. It's gonna be awesome. All right, next up we got the Mystic Summon Revamp. And this part, I believe, let's see, let's watch together. After the revamp, when existing here, 3 different Moonlight 5 heroes will appear for every banner, boys. Okay, so they're going to show us the entire roster, or the schedule, but as you can see here, every time a Mystic Summon banner or rotation comes through, you're going to be able to choose between 3 of the heroes after a certain point. So we have Maid Chloe, Sage Ball, and Tywin, and I believe this is actually one of the lineups that's coming very soon. So remember what I said where they're trying to increase the rate at which you can acquire heroes? Well, now they increased it 3-fold, so we can choose between 3 heroes every time. You just select the unit, and then that's where your summons and your pities will go towards. Options are always better. This is going to increase the rate at which you guys are waiting for other heroes. Very, very, very good change. Oh, also, changing heroes will not affect the summon counter. I didn't check that on the first go-around, boys, because it was just moving so fast. Choose the hero you desire to summon, and then existing 5-star Moonlight heroes will be released in batches 3. All the old ones. Not old ones. Existing ones. All right. I think we can skim through this part real fast. They're just showing all the hits. So, boys, this is pretty much all the heroes that they're going to show you that will be on the rotations between now and July. Okay? So, unfortunately, FCC A-Ravi not on there, but they'll come eventually. Okay. During this duration, new Moonlight heroes will not be released. Boys, this is a big one, and this is a little unfortunate. Maybe it's good, that way we can save mystics and stuff. It's a little sad to see, but, you know, it's good and bad. But overall, guys, there will be no new Moonlight hero until the end of this 3-star, or the 3 selector for all of... They're trying to catch us up. Until all these heroes come out in batches of 3, there will be no new Moonlight heroes until then. And I kind of revealed to y'all already, Moonlight Vivian will be the one coming out. Watch here. So July 21st, yeah. July 21st. Okay. Here's the upcoming schedule. April 7th, right? So after Flan, Pirate Flan, we're getting April 7th to the 27th, Mediator Quirk. I think a lot of players voted. If y'all didn't see, they had a survey for everybody. Asking who y'all want for the next hero. I'm assuming he won the most popular vote. Not surprised, because he is definitely one of the most important units to have in your roster for PvP because of his kit. He was overbuffed. He does everything. He gives you so many options. He's just an amazing cleanser. So if you weren't able to get him, guys, start saving now. And honestly, I can give my take real fast. If you don't know who to get between him and Flan, and it's not looks based, it's not waifu or husbando based, you just want the most performance, 100% skip Flan and save everything from Mediator Quirk if you value PvP. Okay, Flan might be insane, but Quirk is actually god tier. He's very unique in what he does. No other cleanser can quite do what he does as easily and have as many options. You got to get him if you take PvP seriously, okay? So don't miss out on this chance. He's coming up very soon. So April 14th will be the Summon Revamp, and then Quirk will be on the 7th. All right. Guys, this is all coming in a month or less. The group summons will be a little over a month, but Quirk in a couple weeks, 3 weeks. And then in 1 month, the Moonlight Summon Revamp. All right, so let's go over the schedule. and I'll give my quick takes on them for y'all. Oh, I'm sorry. Before they show the Moonlight Heroes, they're just talking about... You guys probably saw my past video, but they're recovering this, and maybe they'll give a date, a release date. But this is the group banners. These will be with your normal coins, or sorry, your normal Covenant summons, but they will give you coins, and it's a group banner where you can select any hero, just no collaboration heroes, okay? So for limited heroes who have had at least one rerun, that's a very good. They're showing Luna, Dian, Landy, Seaside Balloon, Holiday Fiend, Cerise, Fairy Tail, Tenebria. I would really suggest picking like maybe, depending on who you want, guys. If y'all like really like PvP, Fairy Tail, Tenebria. If you missed out on Cerise's banner, you like PvE or like the Expeditions. Holiday Fiend, I feel like only if you really like her kit. She's not super needed right now, especially not with Coert coming out very soon. Seaside Balloon is still very, very nice for Wyvern and PvP, but maybe not as important as she used to be, of course. Landy's still very good, has some hard counters now like Milim, but still insane. So I would suggest maybe like Landy, Seaside Balloon, Luna if you really need Draco Plate, or like that single, if you need a single target damage dealer, she can do PvP and PvP. Or sorry, PvP and PvE, excuse me. But I would suggest maybe picking up like Tama or another PV unit you really want, a non-limited unit, and then maybe like a Luna, Landy, maybe Seaside Bologna. But otherwise, I'll make a dedicated video on this when it comes out. Just my quick takes. Remember Artifacts 2 as well, guys. So if you need Draco Plate, Guiding Light, now's your chance. They're showing Tama. I know a lot of people will be wanting Tama in here. Yeah, very, very nice. We can skip through this real quick. So the date is April 21st. Start saving those covenants, guys. It's gonna be crazy. The Guilty Gear is gonna be happening this week. You'll have about a month until this comes out. So new players, I'm sorry. You have a long time though. That's nice. Wait until the very end to recoup your bookmarks, because you're gonna want to be pulling Dizzy, Biken, Elfelt, and now Jacko, which I'll cover in another video. But get ready for this. Crazy, crazy. Awesome stuff, but save those bookmarks, boys. Save those bookmarks. Don't pull on any rerun banner until this and the Guilty Gear stuff. Guilty Gear stuff coming this week. Okay, so 2 weeks. Wait, I'm sorry. Wait, was that only 2 weeks? Open for 2 weeks during the span of the event's duration. Okay. I'm not sure exactly what they mean by that, but I'm assuming you'll be able to activate this anytime between April 21st and May 19th. And once you do activate it, you'll be able to summon on it for 2 weeks. So even though this thing is about a month long, guys, it says you'll only be able to summon for 2 weeks. So be aware of that. Okay, here's the Moonlight schedule. I'll give my super fast takes on which ones are really, really nice and which ones aren't. So the first batch, guys, after Coeric, Mediator Coeric, will be Sage Ball, Tywin, and Bryceria. I think the best of the bunch, at least right now, and things might change drastically during this RTA season, but I'll talk mostly RTA since that is the end game and the most difficult, as Arena and Guild Wars can be a lot more calculated since it's against AI. But Briarwitch Iceri I think is the best of the bunch. Tywin still kind of nice, and Sage Ball kind of nice for anti-cleave. Tywin can be good in certain scenarios against debuffers, but overall these two have lost a lot of value over time. Not as important. I think Briarwitch Iceri is actually very nice right now for both cleavers and players that just want a strong debuffer. But overall, this pack of 3, not as strong, I think, as some of the other ML5s. Let's see the next lineup real quick. Maid Chloe, who unfortunately lost, or fortunately if y'all hated fighting her, lost some value, but she will be getting her skin, and they're going to tell us that right now. That's why she's getting a rerun, even though she was released a lot recently. Martial Artist Ken, boys, unless he's your absolute favorite hero, he looks awesome, but he's very, very difficult to run. Needs some insane and specific gear, and even then, he's just not super, super meta, not amazing. But yeah, only pick him if you really want. And Haste, who used to be one of the best units, is now really, really just not used quite as often unless you fight a ton of Arbiter Villages or Revive units in Arena and Guild Wars. In RTA, he's been almost phased out. Just doesn't quite do enough. It's a little bit too slow tempo. But if you do need an anti-extinction unit, or anti-revive unit, excuse me, for PvP and things like that, you could pick him up. So they're going to say right here, while Maid Chloe has more than 2 reruns, she will be the featured unit. They're going to show the skin real quick. And we saw at the end, guys, where you watch it first, the epilogue, this is the skin that's coming out with that hammer. Looks pretty good. Maid Chloe's still very good, by the way. I mentioned that she's kind of lost some value because of all the new units that came out. However, she's still a nice pickup for sure. All right, Dark Corvus. Sorry, guys, they went through that really fast. Hold on. Dark Corvus, Last Rider Kraut, and TML, I think Last Rider Crowd is the best of the bunch, but all three of these, like that first batch, not super amazing. Top model Luluka, I know is a fan favorite, but unfortunately Milim really competes for her role. Dark Corvus is really Guild Wars only, and even then he's lost a lot of value since his supreme reign in the very beginning of Guild Wars. And Last Rider Crow has some value against units like CSAT, Bologna, other AoE stuff. He can be good here and there, but not a must-have by any means, and not like mega strong at all. Here's the next batch. Definitely the last two. Boys, Dilibet, I think, is actually the winner of the last round of buffs. A lot of people thought it was Celine, who was very good too, but Dilibet buffs were very nice. She's good in standard play, good in anti-cleave play, just very strong right now with the way her debuffs work, anti-debuffs work. And Meru, Archdemon Mercedes, after her buffs, is one of the strongest ML5s as well. Operator Cigarette kind of lost some big value because of the same thing with May Chloe. A lot of the new units that came out either pushed her out of relevancy or stopped her from being super relevant. But anytime you fight barriers, boys, and you aggressive or cleaver openers, you may want to pick her up because she is still very strong in that regard. Just isn't quite as OP or used as she used to be. All right, but this banner is probably the best or the juiciest of all. And oh my god, here we go, guys. So July 21st, Sylvan Sage Vivian. I will say I kind of wish they, with her skin that just came out, either they, I know a lot of y'all really want Kayron. Of course, I love Vivian. I'll be picking this character up for sure, no matter what her kit is. But they could have just made the skin this or swapped it. Either way, she looks great here. Let me know if y'all like the skin that just came out better or that look. But yeah, Sylvan Sage Vivian coming out on July 21st. That'll be the first new ML, boys. Everything until then is on pause, okay? All right, so that's the lineup. Let's continue moving on here to see what's next. They already kind of showed this, the custom Mystic Summons. Oh, you know, boys, I'm sorry. This is actually something new, too, as well. There's just so much stuff coming out. Mystic Metals are consumed. Moon's Mirage coins can be used. So we're going to get sort of like an event or a custom Mystic drop rate up, which is kind of like that group banner I was showing y'all earlier, where you will get these coins instead. I feel like they didn't reveal too much info on this. You can assuredly summon the hero. So it's like a pity, kind of like in the group banner. And this will start on April 28th. So think of it like that group banner. You'll use your mystics, and I guess you'll be able to pull, hopefully the rates are better than 200 summons. Otherwise, I don't see a point for the coins too much since there's no artifact. That's the major thing with the group banner. You can use the coins for the artifacts as well. But maybe it lets you choose between the 4-star and the 5-star instead of having to choose one. And we'll be able to choose any hero. Guys, I think that's the thing. This is nice for, I mentioned earlier, if y'all wanted Fallen Cecilia or Apocalypse Ravi. Heroes who have been released at least 6 months before the end of the date of the custom Mystic Summon. So yeah, most of the units, besides the like Flan and the super newer ones, all the Apocalypse Ravi, Fallen Cecilia, all those for sure will be out. Just the ones not 6 months before this comes out. So anything before like November of last year-ish, something like that. Most of them though, boys, you'll be able to get. So very nice. You'll be able to choose the one you want. Huge. Save those mystics, maybe even skip on Kawaric and skip on all this stuff if your unit wasn't on there, guys. Good news is you'll be able to summon through that Selector thing. You'll need the mystics, of course, but you can actually choose one that you want that didn't make it here. Awesome, guys. Awesome. Let me take a quick drink while she talks real fast. Okay, next up, World Arena Imbalance. Just to tell y'all, there's no nerfs coming. There's no buffs talked about here. It's kind of like other stuff, which we'll cover real fast. A lot of it was revealed in the past, so this part is kind of less important. We already knew about the 2 pre-ban system coming out, guys. This is kind of in favor for the World Cup coming out soon. And from what I've been hearing from the more competitive players, the 2 pre-bans is actually very nice. It helps a lot with variety, with balance, all that stuff. Now, boys, this part is crazy, and I want to talk about this real fast. Battle Frenzy effect is changing. If you're super new and watching this, Battle Frenzy's effect is essentially a mode or an effect in game for real-time arena that the longer the match goes on, you get additional effects like effectiveness, more damage, less health on units. It's basically a failsafe so that the stall comps and units or matches don't last too long. They eventually will come to a close. Your units eventually, if you go that long, will start one-shotting each other. But here's the crazy part. They're going to revamp it, and Let me try and just skip to it real quick. To be applied on March 17th. Additional effects added to pacify meta domination of bias units. I'll give you all the TLDR, but watch this on your own if you want. Essentially, what's going to happen, and she explains it. If y'all ever played other games like Counterside, for example, that's probably the most recent one I played. They have a sort of, they call it bans, and they call it, yeah, bans and like promotions, I think. Essentially what happens is the units that aren't used that much, and they calculate this through statistics on player data, on what's used the most, what's used the least. The units that are used the least, so think of any non-meta unit, they will get buffs. That's what I think is going to happen here. They weren't super specific, but if I take it from other games, that's what happens. Low unused units get rate ups, or sorry, stats increased. Maybe slight cooldown decreases. Who knows what it might be, but they get buffed essentially. And potentially the overpowered units, like think of any of the 7 Great Disasters, Rimu, Kowerik, Apocalypse Ravi, they might get lowered stats, maybe higher cooldowns on some skills, essentially like that. But with no nerfs, they might just do just the buff part. They might just buff the underused units, and it seems like that's going to change, I believe, week by week. Let's see here real fast if they explain it exactly, but this is going to happen already at the end of the month. And they said if it doesn't work out how they want, they'll delay the arena season, RTA season, and yeah, kind of nice. Because this is a huge change, by the way, guys. Oh, they're going to give the specifics on the developer's note. Okay. I'll check that out after. But I thought that was interesting. And for those of you that like having a bigger variety of units, this will be awesome. It'll incentivize players to build a lot of different units. And the downside of it is, though, guys, you're going to need to start building up a lot more units. So players with bigger rosters that have been playing longer will have a little bit more of an advantage, at least at the beginning of RTA. Kind of how it's always been, though. Okay, we can skip through that. Short-term balancing, long-term aiming to cycle the meta. All right, all right. Cool stuff. Okay, so World Cup, World Championship happening in May. Sure, they talk about how to get in there, guys, but we can skip over that. They're going to have a specific mode, and the highest ranked players in that mode will be getting invited, and then they're going to have one other way to get in. So those of you that want to push that, get ready, start practicing. We might get a replay mode, they said, during the later half of the year. Very nice. If you're not a streamer or YouTuber like me, y'all will be able to just have all your matches recorded, and you can share it with other players in the in-game system. Very, very cool. All right. Yeah. Here's the new mode. They kind of hinted at this in one of the previous updates. 3 versus 3. There's a few other games. Hero Kantara, I think, had this, guys, if y'all ever played that one. I'm sure there's a lot of other gacha games. You guys shout them out. But yeah, this mode is just going to be 3 versus 3. I believe it is AI-based, not real-time arena. And it's going to be the first side to win 2 matches. So you attacking if you can beat 2 teams, or if they beat you twice, that'll result in the victor, essentially. More variety is always cool, but I'm not super excited about this one. What do y'all think? Might add some variety to arena. All right, guys, the equipment revamp. Now, this part was a little underwhelming to me, so we'll go through it quickly. But they're not really... I saw a lot of new players get excited about this and think we're going to get, like, substat selections. It's not. It's more quality of life, okay? This is all quality of life stuff. I think. Well, that's why we're watching together, because I only saw it once in the beginning, and it was fast. So we will get equipment crafting mileage. So this part is actually some new... Craft epic equipment by consuming epic craft count. Okay, so mileage usually means the more you craft, I guess we'll get a guaranteed epic piece. So, excuse me, boys. I said it was all quality of life, but this is actually really nice. The more stuff you just craft, period, once you eventually get enough mileage, you'll be able to choose the set and get the highest quality, the red quality of gear. Very, very good. And you can choose the set as well. The stats will still be random, though, but you will be able to choose. So, boys, this is actually huge. I missed this on the first go-around. It was so fast. Look at that. This is where I thought it was all quality of life. So this part shows the enhancing of the values. Just more info, more clear, a lot better for newer players. It'll show you what you actually gained on the last roll. And they let you put in more stuff now. Oh, and I guess we get more cores for extracting, not just all quality of life. Choose the enhancement threshold, more ingredient slots. So this part is all quality of life. but that part is not. Craftable charms of the alchemist steeple double. That part is not quality of life either. Very good. More charms. All right, equipment management. This one should be mostly just new features. Auto equip function will be added or available.
최적화된 장비를 손쉽게 장착하실 수 있게 됩니다.
All right, they went over that real fast, but I guess there's going to be an auto equip based on the stats that you guys put in. So they skipped over the rest of the gear, guys. They mentioned there might be in their last address like more sets or rebuffing of older sets, like the speed set, adding more gear to the Wyvern. They didn't go over any of that, so I assume, unless they announce it later, that that is kind of put off on the side for now.
모험 개선입니다.
All right, let's go over the adventure revamp. Okay, let's see what was next on the adventure revamp. I think we kind of hit most of the major content, so we'll go through very fast now. But they talk about Aiden. They're making episode 3 easier, which is good for me, guys. I've been lazy in getting that done, so now I can hurry to episode 4. And they're decreasing the difficulty of Aiden's missions, which I heard from some people was a little bit kind of like a little too difficult, so that's nice. Good decrease in difficulty. All right, urgent mission revamp. This was great because urgent missions have just needed this for the longest time. They haven't been great. This is happening on the 28th. And let's see what they're adding. Can break immersion. True. So you can enter them in, without leaving the current map, which is awesome. We're going to go through the story mode and we can just enter them. They're going to decrease the difficulty. Alright, that used to depend on the map. It showed up, will also be pacified. And then increases the rewards. Okay. I mean, obviously those are all really good, guys. I think that'll make it worth doing. You don't have to leave where you started, and hopefully when you just see it when it pops up, you can just go in. It'll be both less difficult and more rewarding. This is the epilogue adventure points. So the AP integration. All AP and unrecorded history will be amalgamated. They're throwing out some big words, boys. That's the unrecorded history, yeah. So we can just use all that AP. So okay. You no longer have to farm AP in a specific chapter, like chapter 10 for certain catalysts. It's all going to be able to be purchased no matter where you farm, which is very, very good quality of life change. Now they're just talking about more story stuff for all my lore players, story players. This is definitely not me, but I know a lot of y'all are like that, so this is awesome. They're going to release, so guys, they're delaying the release of new Mystic Heroes like Vivian, not until July, and now they're also saying they're going to release the episode. They're going to delay the release of episode 5, which I think is fine. They're focusing on, and boys, I think a lot of players in Global, if you missed my Korean interview, you don't have to watch it because it's very long, but one of the major complaints of Korea is that they want more story for the existing heroes and especially Moonlight heroes. So they're saying because of that, and they'll tell you this here in a second, that they're going to want to just focus on those features and then delay the release of episode 5, which I think is fine. What do y'all think? I think that's okay. We're still going through episode 4 anyways. They're going to add the Moonlight Theater. It's going to be like the Book of Memories. That's where Sage Ball tells you about all this stuff. Here, they'll show you right here. They're showing Violet, right? So all the Moonlight heroes, there's going to be probably more like side stories focusing on Moonlight heroes, and you'll be able to revisit them via the Moonlight Theater. So for non-story players, not the biggest deal, but there could be some good stuff to get. And yeah, like unrecorded history and Book of Memories, we can always revisit them. Pretty cool, pretty cool. Alright, let's hover through that real fast. Content revamp and expansion. The Forest of Souls, guys. Look at that. It looks so good. That reminds me of the Legend of Man on PlayStation, if any play. But anyways, the colors look awesome. They're going to separate it now between penguins, spirit wells. You can summon more of them. The Molagors will no longer need seeds. I'm giving you all the TLDR, and the growth altar is just letting you boost the 10x of both penguins and phantasmas. We already had this, but they're having its own section. You'll be able to get more penguins, guys, per day, spirit wells per day, because you can summon from both of them at the same time, and then Molagors will no longer need to go through that seed phase. Very, very good. Not just a quality of life boost, but more penguins and more phantasmas. More doggos. Very, very, very good. And it looks much nicer. Alright, we'll take it, right, boys? We'll take it for sure. Individual slots, yeah, for the phantasm penguins, 3 each. Before we double the amount of stuff we can get, essentially. And, guys, on top of that, on top of the 100 free molas we're going to get from the events, the Molagora farm will offer 1 free Molagora per week. So add that on to our extra acquisition. It doesn't sound like a lot, but it all adds up. I'll take 1 more free Mola per week. It's going to just really help in the long run. Trust. Huge. Love it, love it, love it. Probably the biggest part. And then, like I mentioned to y'all, the Molagora seeds no longer exist post-update. Okay. We can skip through that. That's about it, boys. The 10x production there on the side. We already had that, though. Alright, the Grace of Unity. Now, guys, this one, when I watched it for the first time, let's see if I can maybe understand a little bit better. So the time about skill enhancements and leveling heroes requiring a lot of resources. Players are often faced with the debacle of deciding who to raise next, right? You guys always ask me who to raise next. But this is also scheduled for the 3rd quarter, so later on in the year, but Grace of Unity aims to alleviate some of this trouble. It'll allow heirs to instantly raise a hero of their liking to the level of an existing hero. So if you have a level 60 hero, we can just boost another hero to that level immediately, is what it makes it sound like, right, guys? When you place an experienced hero with an inexperienced hero with the Grace of Unity, the inexperienced hero will... So all these units they're saying, or Sirmia, will get boosted to level 60 if she's tied to these other heroes. Something like that. Hold on, guys, I gotta reread that. However, if you switch the inexperienced hero with another, the replace hero. Okay, so basically, guys, they're going to give you a limited amount of... Think of it like the heroes have to be together, but you'll be able to kind of just insta-boost other heroes to level 60 as long as they stay maintained. That's pretty much a safe... a limit on how many things you can boost up. We'll see how many they let us, but if that means for every level 60 we can boost another free level 60, that's kind of crazy. I wonder if that's actually it. Either way, awesome change, boys. Yeah, we're gonna be able to use those in PvP, all the PvE modes. It's pretty much gonna just give us so many more options and test out heroes as well, guys, because now you don't have to waste the phantasmas and all that stuff leveling them up, awakening them. I'm assuming, I'm not sure about the molas, but if you get the plus 50 mola too, that's actually crazy. Did the Sirmia, guys, let's double check real fast. The Sirmia had no molas, no awakenings, and was level 5, and at the end of it she becomes plus 15 molad, 6-star awakened, and level 60. That's crazy. If we get the plus 15 mola too, that might mean for every level 60 we have, or whatever unit, you can match them with another hero and boost it. That sounds too good to be true, but maybe that's it. What do y'all think? Oh my god. Alright. Yeah, they're talking about without consuming materials. The Grace of Unity could be huge. I don't want to get carried away, guys. Remember, always err on the side of caution so you don't get super disappointed, but so far that's what it makes it seem like. We'll see how many they let us do, but so far it seems like as long as you match them. Does it look like 4 per 1 maybe then? For every 4 heroes you have at a certain level and certain mola, you can match it maybe? Anyways, all right, guys, I think we're almost done, but pet generation expansion, boys, pets are so dang important. If you watch any of my guides, and I'm probably going to revamp a lot of the newer guides, but pets for sure, super important, especially the pet. This is a lobby pet, the hunt pet, guys. You need to get, everyone needs to get it ASAP, and now they're adding more stuff, so it's more important now than ever. Start working on them, okay? Don't neglect your pets. All the count reviews I've done, a lot of people just neglect the pets, and they're so valuable. So they're gonna add, speaking of that hunt pet I just told you all about, they're adding a new pet skill, and you're gonna get more reforged materials on top of that. So we're gonna need to hunt for that S rank skill and add that onto our current hunt skill or hunt pet that we have right now, and we're going to make it 5-star. So there's going to be a big grind. It's going to be a lot more stuff you have to get, but don't worry about getting the 5-star pet for now. Just get the 4-star, 3-star, whatever you can, and make sure you get those hunt skills. I'll make a separate video on it. But pets are going to be more important than ever. 30 battle, repeat, and new skills, okay?
그동안 진행되었던
Oh, also the affinity will mean the current ranks or the current stats you get from pets will also be increased as well once you get to the 5-star. And then they're gonna tell us that we can get old Moonlight heroes, or sorry, Moonlight pets as well. All right, Hall of Trials revamp, guys. I keep saying it's gonna end. There's so much stuff. Sorry for this video being too long, but I want to talk about all this with y'all. Okay, this is very true. Hall of Trials, good for new players, but it feels like you guys don't get enough because there's just so much things you need to buy. And they said once you get enough stuff, endgame players just stop doing it because it gets boring. We already have most of the stuff from there. Very true. She's saying it right here. So let's skim through it real quick. They're gonna diversify the battles. So revamp. They're gonna. The first thing, guys, that they mentioned, and hopefully they'll show it again later, but new players, you will only be ranked against other players that have been similar rank or maybe similar playtime as y'all. You're gonna basically be in a different category than like endgame whales and things like that. They're also gonna add a new skill effect filter. And this will also be all forms of strategizing content. So you can filter the units that have these buffs and debuffs. Good quality of life change. And this is gonna happen on the 28th, guys. 28th. And then this is what I'm talking about. Newer players will be grouped in your own ranks, so you'll be able to get more rewards based on other players that kind of have a similar skill or playtime as y'all. I'm assuming it's rank level. Alright, Abyss Challenge Mode, guys. I know some of my guildmates, PvE players, are going to be super excited for this. So Abyss Challenge Mode coming out soon. Unlocked after Abyss 480. And I'm assuming it's just like a hard mode. So instead of adding more floors, they're going to add a challenge mode to the existing floors. And you'll get various rewards for clearing challenge missions, which is like, you do the floor again, but this time you have to have a fire hero and a thief, for example, for floor 5. Pretty cool, guys. More stuff, more modes. Probably going to be very difficult, but we get more rewards on top of that. So very, very good. And it's going to depend on the stars achieved. Oh, but each floor will consume 3 Abyss entry tickets. Okay. Oh, and once you have the floor cleared, though, not too important, but they kind of went over exactly how the tickets will be consumed. So they're only going to give us 10 floors in the beginning, and then they'll slowly get all the way caught up to where we are now. 120 floors. Alright, and last but not least, I keep saying last but not least, but there's always more stuff. This is only Labyrinth. We're getting a new Labyrinth mode, which I hope they have some good stuff in there, because the Labyrinths, I think, are an outdated area besides the Hell Raid or normal raid. They just don't feel that good anymore, besides for achievements. The Nixie one, though, is good for getting your destruction sets, boys, for early. Here, this part is huge. Eastern Trading Ship. After clearing episode 4, they're adding this new thing called the Trading Ship. I saw this on the first go around. And you get rewards by dispatching heroes and pets. So a new mode that gets more rewards based on your heroes and pet roster. Very, very cool. We'll see how this exactly works later on, because I doubt it'll be coming out anytime soon. Yeah. All right, there we go, boys. So in closing, we already went over the epilogue, the new heroes at the start. Let me know what y'all think about them. But hero acquisition revamp, all the Moonlight and Mystic hero stuff, the custom group and custom Moonlight summons. So don't worry if your hero is missing from those banners they showed. You'll be able to pick the one you want, guys, as long as it wasn't 6 months. So none of the newer heroes, but as long as it wasn't 6 months since this release, you'll be able to pick them and summon for them if you have the Mystic medals. World Arena Balance, yeah, that's just all the new modes. The equipment revamp, there is some actual gameplay stuff, like guys, like more charms, and the cores increase, but the rest is more quality of life. We will get mileage, which means every time you craft, you're able to get a certain set and an epic piece of gear. Very nice. And then the auto equip feature, which we'll see how that works. In the adventure revamp, we have the AP quality of life. Urgent mission will be changed. Adventure, like the episode 3 and 4, will be changed and made easier. And the new Sage Ball Moonlight Theater, kind of like Unrecorded History, and the what do you call it, Book of Memories. Content revamp, Force of Souls, free Mola, boys. more penguins and phantasmas. Grace of Unity, which just lets us boost level 60 heroes, but potentially plus 15 Mola and full awakening, as long as you don't change them out. Pet generation, 5-star pets, Hollow Trials revamp, Abyss challenge mode, and then Sidonia Labyrinth and Eastern Trading Ship. My god, guys, there's so much stuff. And there's another video because we got to talk about Jacko, the Guilty Gear, EEs, but I'll make that video separate from this one. Holy crap. Please let me know what y'all think. I'm super excited. What did y'all think overall? Very, very awesome roadmap and so many good things coming. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'm going to be pumping out a lot more guides and all stuff covering all this, so stay tuned. Thank you for watching, boys. I'll catch y'all in the next one.